They say that I'm healthy, but why do I feel so bad? Life stressors. Stress does not always look like panic, worry, or an emotional breakdown. It can be mental, yes, but it also can be physical, chemical, spiritual, or even environmental. It can come from poor sleep, pain, overworking, undereating, blood sugar swings, harsh chemical products, medications, synthetic fragrances, constant noise, clutter, unhealthy relationships, financial pressure, unresolved grief, lack of purpose, or living in a space where you never truly feel safe or settled. Sometimes there's no single dramatic problem. It's an accumulation of small stressors that the body has been quietly managing for years. And then one day you wake up and you now have this weird little symptom popping up. But why? Your lab results may fall within the acceptable ranges. You're eating reasonably well and exercising. You may be even told that everything looks normal, but the normal test results do not reflect the full weight of your mind, body, spirit, and personal environment and how they are contributing to your health. Your body does not separate life into neat little categories. Emotional stress can affect the physical body. Chemical exposure can influence energy, mood, and sleep. A chaotic environment can keep the nervous system on alert. Spiritual disconnection can leave a woman feeling empty even when her life looks pretty fine from the outside. These are hidden issues that we often miss when health is reduced to food, exercise, and medical panels. Sometimes you do not feel bad because you are failing to be healthy. You feel bad because you have been given an incomplete picture of what health actually is. We have been taught to look at health through a very narrow window. Are you eating your vegetables? Are you exercising? Are your numbers within the acceptable range? If the answer is yes, then apparently you are healthy. But what if you are eating right while living in constant tension? What if you are exercising but only sleeping a few hours a night? Drinking green smoothies in a house filled with synthetic fragrances, constant noise, and people who drain the life right out of you. That smoothie has a mighty big job, doesn't it? Your body is always adapting to the conditions around you. It is constantly deciding where its energy needs to go. It has to digest the food, regulate the blood sugar, repair tissue, manage your hormones, process what you allow in, on, and around it. Your body is not lazy. It's not betraying you. It may simply be overwhelmed by the amount of work it is being asked to do every day. Think of every stressor as a pebble being placed in a backpack. One poor night of sleep might not create a major problem, one argument, one strong chemical exposure, or one stressful day may not be enough to be noticeably affecting you. But most people are not carrying one pebble at a time. They are carrying years of them. Poor sleep becomes normal. Skipping meals becomes common. Living on caffeine, constant noise, worry, family, work, and the state of the world is becoming normal for you. You adapt because you have to keep going, but adapting does not always mean that the stress is not affecting your body. Something relatively small happens to you. You catch a bug, you eat something that your body doesn't quite agree with, or you go through an emotionally difficult week and suddenly symptoms start appearing. You are constantly tired, your stomach feels off, you can't concentrate, your skin starts reacting, and you feel achy, irritable, anxious, or simply unlike yourself. Naturally, we blame the last thing that happened. It could be food, a virus, weather, or our age. But sometimes That final event was only that last rock that we placed in an already overloaded backpack. The larger issues is the pebbles, rocks, and boulders you've been piling on for years. That is why two people can go through the same experience and respond completely differently. One person can recover relatively quickly, while the other one struggles for weeks. That does not always mean that one person is healthier or more disciplined. The body may have been carrying a completely different load before that final stressor arrives. Physical stress is often easily overlooked because we think of it as normal life. Not sleeping enough, shoveling in our meals, constantly pushing through the pain, sitting all day and then forcing yourself through an intense workout because you feel guilty, or not allowing yourself to recover after an illness. These are all physical stressors. You cannot continually take energy out of the body without putting something back in. Eventually, there is no reserve left. Then we call ourselves lazy because we are tired, and we assume we need more motivation when what we may actually need is recovery. Chemical stress can be just as quiet. It does not mean that every product in your home is poisoning you and that you need to throw everything away and move into the woods. That means paying attention to the total exposure your body is handling. Think about the heavy fragrance laundry products, the air fresheners, candles, cleaning sprays, pesticides, and all the personal care products, smoke, and workplace exposures. One product may not seem like much, but when you keep layering scented detergents and fabric softeners and dryer sheets and perfumes and candles and room sprays and cleaning products, and your body has to process all of those chemicals that you're piling in your life. Some people may notice headaches, congestion, fatigue, skin irritation, or brain fog around certain products or environments. The answer is not to become terrified of everything. Fear places more stress on the body. The answer is to be aware. You can reduce what is unnecessary and pay attention to how your body feels. Okay, let's move on to mental and emotional stress. They are not limited to the major traumas or dramatic breakdowns. Stress can be replaying a conversation for days. It can be feeling responsible for everyone around you. It can be that, yes, when every part of you wants to say no, or constantly waiting for the next problem. The body responds to those thoughts we repeatedly practice. That does not mean every illness is caused by negative thinking. That is cruel oversimplification. But thoughts do affect breathing, muscle tension, digestion, energy, and sleep. When your mind is constantly rehearsing fear, conflict, resentment, or disaster, your body receives that message that something is wrong. You do not have to become that fake positive person. You do not have to smile through grief, ignore anger, or pretend difficult situations are wonderful places to be. But you do need to notice where your thoughts are helping you deal with the present, and when they are keeping you trapped into something that has already happened or may never happen. And then here's something that people don't think about very often is spiritual stress. And this doesn't necessarily have to be about religion, though religion may be a part of yours. Spiritual stress can come from feeling disconnected from your purpose, your values, your creativity, from community, God, nature, or even yourself. A woman can feel busy from the moment she pops up until the moment she falls into bed and still feel though that there is something missing. She can care for everyone, keep the household moving, meet every responsibility, and slowly lose touch with what brings her joy. And that matters. We are not meant to live as machines that just complete tasks, pay bills, clean the kitchen, and then start it all over again tomorrow. We need meaning. We need the beauty, the laughter, the creativity, the connection, and something that reminds us that we are alive rather than mere functioning things. Your personal environment also affects how you feel. A home does not have to be spotless or look like a magazine cover to support your health. But when every surface is crowded, every room is filled with unfinished products, the television is always blaring, and the phone is constantly making noise, your body may never receive that message that it is safe to be at rest. Sometimes supporting your health begins with something as simple as cleaning one chair, opening a curtain, turning off the notifications, stepping outside, or creating one corner in the house that feels peaceful. You do not have to remodel your whole life. You are simply creating a small space where your nervous system is not being asked to respond to something. This is why health cannot be reduced to eating the right foods and exercising. Those things matter, yes, but they exist inside the rest of your life. A healthy meal cannot erase the chronic sleep deprivation. A supplement cannot create boundaries of an unhealthy relationship. A workout cannot provide purpose, and herbs, they cannot clean the clutter from your home. There is no single product that can carry the full weight of a life that is wearing you down. The goal is not to eliminate every source of stress. That is impossible. Some stressors cannot be changed immediately. You may be caring for somebody, dealing with financial problems, working a demanding job, or grieving a loss. And that's okay. The goal is to recognize the full load and begin to reduce what you can reduce. Look at your daily life honestly. What places stress on your body? What keeps your mind alert? What is draining your spirit? What about your home or daily environment makes it difficult to settle? You do not need to fix all of it at once. In fact, trying to overhaul your entire life will become another stressor in it. Choose one thing that would lighten the load. Maybe you eat something before running on caffeine all morning. Maybe you turn the television off earlier in the day. Maybe you stop using one product, replacing it when the bottle becomes empty. It can be clearing the clutter beside your bedside, or stepping outside for just 10 minutes without your phone. Some changes matter because it gives the body different information. Food is available, there is time to breathe, the room is quieter, the threat is not constant, rest is allowed. So when you asked, why do I feel bad even though they say I'm healthy, don't automatically assume you are imagining it or failing at health or simply just getting older. Your body is responding honestly to the total weight of your life choices. Your symptoms do not mean that your body is broken. They mean that your body has been working incredibly hard to keep you moving despite everything that you have been asking it to carry. Maybe the next step is not to find another way to force your body to work harder. Maybe the next step is looking at the load and deciding what you can finally put down. What are you letting go? Let's continue this conversation in the comment section. I will talk with you again later. Peace.